Hi everybody out there, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are talking all about how to reduce the toxic load in our homes. The word detox can be quite a buzzword, and this video isn't about needing to lead some ultra pure lifestyle in order to be healthy, but there are certainly things that we can do to help to reduce different kinds of toxins in our home and to have a cleaner, healthier home, which is, you know, we do typically spend a lot of time in our houses. So I'm going to be sharing with you 12 very, very practical, easy to implement tips in this video. And I want to thank Primarily Pure for sponsoring today's video. I'll be chatting more about them in a bit. So I want to start with what has become my new favorite household item, and that is our air purifier. We just got an air purifier maybe a month ago or so. Air purifiers can make a big difference when it comes to indoor air quality. They can help to filter out and reduce things like VOCs in the home or volatile organic compounds, allergens, dander, pollen, dust, smoke, as well as cooking, odors or smoke from cooking, that kind of thing. Also great if you happen to be doing any kind of home renos, having an air purifier going can be great for that too. Ours does, it covers about 500 square feet of air in the home. I for sure notice it makes a difference with like cooking odors and just generally making the air inside of our home just smell cleaner and feel a lot cleaner. Let me know in the comments if you have an air purifier. Which one do you have? Do you love it? We totally love ours. Next up is a really simple thing that you can do, and I'm sure most of you know about this, particularly if you are a homeowner, but that is changing out your like furnace filters routinely. Usually this is done every 3 months. It depends, but you can always just do a quick inspection to see how dirty or how dusty they have become. But this is important for helping to make sure that the forced air in your living space is filtering out properly and is remaining as clean as it possibly can be. Let's talk a little bit about dust mites, which are the creepiest things ever. Dust mites are little teeny little critters that build up with dust build up or like humid areas in the home can be one of those things that can trigger like allergies. And there's really simple things that we can do to minimize things like dust mites. Vacuuming often, using things like a mattress protector on your bed, washing your sheets regularly. If you are ever dusting your home, using a bit of a damp cloth can help to collect more of that dust than just sort of like brushing it around, as well as reducing humidity in your living space. So sometimes this means using a dehumidifier. We have one running all the time in our basement, normally just through the summertime, like when it tends to get more humid or if there's more heavy rainfall, that kind of thing, as well as decluttering. Something as simple as trying to not let the clutter build up in our home can also help with minimizing dust. Whether you cook on an electric stove or a gas stove, just cooking generally can generate indoor air pollutants. Cooking methods like frying in particular definitely emits more particles than other kinds of cooking methods. Boiling things, which we do a lot, can increase the humidity in our homes. But what I want to share here that is so key, and hopefully most of you guys do this, but if not, this is your reminder, and that is to use your range hood often when you are cooking. Turning that fan on when you're cooking can really significantly reduce the amount of pollutants that are being created, like different kinds of particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide as well. And using your range hood on the higher setting versus the slower, quieter settings can help to reduce pollutants by up to 80%. And something that my husband actually brought to my attention like a month ago is that cooking on the back burners can help to suck up more of the fumes, more of the steam, more of the stuff. Using non-toxic cookware and being a little bit more intentional about the kinds of pots and pans that we are using is also really handy, and kind of just steering clear of the non-stick cookware that can contain things like PTFEs, polytetrafluoroethylene, which is what makes them non-stick, aka things like Teflon. Some of the best non-toxic options when it comes to our cookware are stainless steel pots and pans, cast iron. I have a cast iron Dutch oven that I like to use sometimes. I also have a couple pans by the company Green Pan. Another type of kind of food storage item we can consider is using glass more often than plastic. And hey, I'm not saying like absolutely never use plastic. Like there's a time and a place, and sometimes plastic can be maybe more convenient depending on what we're using it for. But when we switch to like glass food storage containers for storing leftovers or reheating food in versus plastic, just because of the fact that plastic has more of a tendency to leach some material into our food, specifically when it comes to reheating, we just want to be a little bit more cognizant of that. Let's talk about our water and water filtration. There's so many things that we can do here to filter out the water that not only we drink, but that we use elsewhere in the home, in the shower, that kind of thing. And there's so many options, honestly, so many options depending on your budget. A simple water pitcher that you can keep in the fridge is a great place to start. We have a Brita that we've used for years. I know that there are so many different kinds. I would love to someday get like a Berkey filter, those really kind of big stainless steel looking ones that a lot of people have on their kitchen counters. You just want to make sure that with any kind of pitcher that you are keeping in your fridge for water, that you're changing out those filters routinely, because you don't want any bacterial buildup if you're never changing the filters. We also just recently got a shower filter that attaches on to our shower head to filter out chlorine and other impurities, so that our showering water is a little bit nicer. If you have sensitive skin or dry skin, then the chlorine that's present in, the water supply can be a little bit harsh on the skin. Speaking of skin, let's talk a bit about skincare and the products that we use in our bathrooms, after a shower, as part of our beauty routines, etc. Most of us use some kind of skincare product regularly, if not daily, to cleanse, to moisturize, to deodorize, and making a few swaps can go a long way here. I want to thank Primally Pure for sponsoring this portion of today's video. They make all natural, sustainably sourced skincare products that are great for our bodies and for the planet. I've been using their deodorants actually this whole entire year. I've used their geranium, their blue tansy deodorant, their vanilla citrus I just started using as well. They've got a variety of scents, but they work so well if you are looking for a really effective natural deodorant that you can use. Primally Pure is really good for that. I also have their clarifying serum too that I've been loving at nighttime on my face to moisturize. And they just launched 2 new balms actually as well. They have their Everything Balm, which is great for the whole family, kind of your head to toe multi-purpose balm for dry skin, sensitive or irritated skin. Think acne, like eczema, dermatitis, anything like that. Their Everything Balm is great for that. It is so smooth, so lovely to put on the skin. It's actually derived or based on their baby balm for babies, which I've used on my daughter anytime she's gotten like a little dry patch. It's really helpful. They also have an antioxidant balm that they just launched that is really good for helping to repair the skin if there's any sun damage, maybe over the summertime, if there's any signs of inflammation or any scars, that kind of thing. The antioxidant balm is loaded with nutrient-dense oils that are really great for the skin and promoting healthy skin. If you want to give Primally Pure a try, you can use the code 15Meghan for 15% off of any item on their website. Check them out. I will leave a link for you below. My plants are by far some of my favorite parts of my house. I I just love houseplants, not only because they add such life to a space and color, and they just make things feel more cozy and peaceful, but houseplants can be a great way to improve indoor air quality as well. Of course, not to the same degree that like a straight up air purifier would, like they're not that powerful, but houseplants can still be a lovely, lovely addition to your space. Some of the best plants for indoor air quality are things like spider plants, snake plants, ferns, dracaena, peace lily, aloe. One of my favorite things is opening up windows, and having them open as much as you can is a fantastic way to also improve indoor air quality and just to kind of clear things out a little bit. A lot of times having your windows open can actually bring in much cleaner air than the air in your house, which can become a little bit stale, a little bit stagnant. This depends, of course. You want to make sure that the weather permits and the outdoor air quality is safe for you to keep those windows open a good chunk of the time, but definitely opening the windows, such a simple thing you can do and can definitely help to keep your home nice and healthy. Having a nice scent in the home is great if we enjoy it, but you shouldn't need to mask odors in the home with a whole bunch of smells, especially things like air fresheners or a whole ton of scented candles. A clean home shouldn't really have a smell at all. It should not really smell like much at all. You want to also be mindful of lighting too many candles or incense because the smoke can affect indoor air quality as well. For candles, I actually prefer beeswax. Those are quite good options. But if you do want to introduce some nice scents into the home, which is still lovely to do sometimes, pop some essential oils in a diffuser. You might want to consider doing like a DIY potpourri or even cooking up apple and spices in the oven. Lastly, let's talk about eco-friendly cleaners and detergents and all the things that we use around our home to actually clean our spaces. There are a number of wonderful, versatile, eco-friendly cleaning products out there that are better for our health, better for our respiratory systems, better for our planet as well. I quite like Castile soap. You can also get creative with some DIY blends like just using baking soda and vinegar. Lemon essential oil is also surprisingly effective at removing like stuck-on goo. Comes right off with a little lemon essential oil. If you didn't know that, give it a try. I want to point out here that there is a difference between cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing. Cleaning, is usually just scrubbing with some soap and water to help to remove germs for the most part, but doesn't necessarily kill them. Disinfecting, on the other hand, though, refers to the use of different chemical compounds to actually kill germs. And in some cases, this is totally warranted. Like depending on what's going on in our home, sometimes we need to up the level of cleaning product that we are using and not only rely on white vinegar, right? It's important to be able to differentiate when is the right time to use something that's a little stronger, and that's totally okay. Some cleaners though that are just less harsh options for our bodies and for the environment are things like hydrogen peroxide or oxygen bleach versus chlorine bleach. Same goes for laundry. I like to use the brand Ecos. Comes in a giant tub that I get for like 20 bucks, lasts us like more than half a year. It's great. And we use dryer balls as well, wool dryer balls, instead of those heavily fragranced dryer sheets. So those are something to give a go as well. They're great, they work quite well. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned a thing or two in this video about improving indoor air quality and how we can kind of detox our homes. Let me know in the comment section below what you would add to this list. Is there anything that you do in particular to reduce the toxins in your home? I will be sure to leave links to any of the items that I mentioned in today's video. And thank you again to Primarily Pure for sponsoring today's video as well. And I will see you all in the next one.